Steel Roamer is an iron lung-inspired video game set in the exaggerated wilderness of Australian wildlife. In this game, a secret facility known as Flowers Gap unleashed a radioactive plant called Entity K667 into the wild, which mutated some animals into horrific beings, with the deadliest of them all being the Kylieroo, named after the game's creator. Players assume the role of an unfortunate individual who has been abducted by a deranged person in need of help to restore the signal towers and document anomalies around the Wonder Magpie Station. They are trapped in a modified RV, leaving them with no choice but to find and activate the signal towers. Gameplay in Steel Roamer is similar to Iron Lung. Just as in Iron Lung, where players use a submarine to navigate blood oceans, here, the equivalent of the submarine is the modified RV, which players must use to traverse the Australian wilderness, locate the signal towers, and activate them. The environment features a dark and rusted metal appearance, reminiscent of the world in Iron Lung, with the addition of cute kangaroos roaming the wilderness. Players must move back and forth between RV monitors to navigate the vehicle and use the built-in computer to activate the signal towers. There's also a motion detector that alerts players to any motion outside the RV. The story begins with the protagonist awakening from a restless sleep and hearing the voice of a man named Douglas on the radio. Douglas explains the situation and instructs the player to activate the signal towers while warning them not to step outside the RV, as the creatures outside will kill them.
Monster. You know what I'm saying? I need to get rid of this damn beastie. The bush is full of them. Oi! Can't you see I'm explaining something to the person in the RV, love? Jeez, come on. Just give us a rest. Get out, ain't. It's that blasting kangaroo. Get out, you ripping mad woman. Sorry about that, mate. Missus just walked in unexpectedly. Alright, anyway. Up front and back of that RV hearing, you're going to spot two monitoring screens in the steering wheels. Yeah, you use those to keep an eye on where you're steering the rig. They're also being modded to have thermal vision too, because it's going to be bloody dark out there. Use those thermals to see if we can spot anything while you're out there. If there's any of a kind of a ruckus. You got the radio in there as well, mate, to keep you company, just in case you get bored. I know, fancy the eerie silence all around you. But yeah, sorry mate, the lights don't work out there. Nothing to do about it. Just chucking a lamp in there for you, just so you got a little bit of light. Gotta warn you though, it gets real cool out there. I've gone and covered all them windows too, you see, because Kylieroo ain't keen on folks seeing or getting filmed. Covering the whole shebang ensures that wildlife reckons it's just some sort of metal creature or something. Well, I reckon that's the lot, mate. You might have to catch some crackle on that radio sender, because it's pretty wonky reception out there. I'll leave you to it, all out in your lonesome, so good bloody luck, mate. Crikey, he's a bad fella, that one. You better put some tea on, love. It's gonna be a late one.
The protagonist follows Douglas's instructions, but soon realizes they are being stalked by a monster. Helpless, the protagonist remains inside the RV as advised by Douglas, but ultimately the mutated kangaroo monster enters the vehicle and kills them. As you now know, the world of Steel Roamer has been transformed by the presence of Entity K667, an egg-like structure with cracks emitting evil energy. This structure was taken in by the Magpie Station, also known as Flowers Gap, a facility that conducts experiments on animals to turn them into monstrous creatures. A breach in the facility allowed the monstrous Kylieroo to escape containment, leading to the death of all the scientists. People in the nearby town began to disappear, and Douglas Warrington claimed to have witnessed a kangaroo kidnapping people, though his statement was initially dismissed as absurd. This prompted him to take matters into his own hands, kidnapping individuals to venture into the facility in search of a way to activate the signal towers and expose the lurking threat. Unfortunately, he repeatedly failed in his attempts. The kangaroo responsible for the chaos is none other than Entity K667. A doctor's log found in the files revealed that the kangaroo emitted a deafening screech that shattered the metal walls containing it, after which it went silent and vanished into the wilderness alongside other monstrous species. Authorities are working secretly to capture this creature, but its agility and ferocity make it a formidable challenge to apprehend.